Yeah, she was going crazy.
And welcome back,
She was
welcome
going crazy.
back to another episode of the Say Less podcast.
Why she go in like that?
Yeah, she was going
Man,
hard.
we got a special episode for y'all today, for real. Special episode. You know me, I go by the name of Young Nikes, aka Nike Two Wavy, Miss Brooklahoma, if you want to call me that. You know, we go by that too.
Yeah, man. It's your boy Morris Peanut, aka Dark Skin Jermaine, aka Dad Bod. But I have been in the gym.
Hey,
We back.
hey,
We back, baby.
Special episode. What's happening?
hey, big veil, small veil, tall veil, we all veil. I ain't been in the gym, but Peanut gonna get me right. Hopefully. Sun bod, whatever you wanna call me, it's cool with me.
Yeah.
Man, so I got a special guest today.
Oh,
Special guest, a
This is a
legend,
surprise.
a legend,
ooh wee,
that's joining us today on the podcast.
ooh wee, who is it?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Michelle Obama.
welcome Kanisha Diamond to the stage.
What's happening?
Nike Peanut D and Diamond.
Hey, we back, baby.
Come
What's
on
happening?
now.
What's happening?
Come on now.
We back.
What's up?
Hey, man, I should have known you was going to, I don't know, I had a feeling. I had a feeling.
You had a feeling?
Yeah, man.
Women love to pop up on you.
Yeah, man.
Man,
We back,
What's
baby.
poppin', kid?
Nothing. How is it going?
Man, it's going.
How are y'all?
Hey, we miss
I
you,
miss
man.
y'all.
We miss you.
I miss y'all too, for sure.
Hey, we'll see you next episode, huh?
Whoa! The big three is holding it down.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
big three, but we need that fourth. I'm tired of being the only lady on here, man. So we got a special episode today. It's ladies' night. If you didn't peep,
hey,
if you didn't peep, so we're
Wait.
gonna do a special woman in hip hop episode. Since it's Women's History Month, that's why we had to bring Diamond back on stage with us, because it wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be right if Dom was not here when we did a women's episode.
Yeah.
yes, Dom is a woman.
So
I am.
she
And just in case anybody questioned it.
wow, man. Nah, but we wanted to give the mothers of hip hop, they flowers on this episode. We wanted to educate. Myself and Dime wanted to educate. Dang, my mom is blowing me up right now. What's going on?
I just
She don't
talked
know
to
I'm
my.
feeling.
Hey,
She
it's
don't know
Women's
I'm
Day.
feeling.
She know what it is. It's
She
Women's Day.
she
Come
must
on
know
now.
what it is.
You said the mamas of hip hop. She said, "Hold on."
You right. You right. She knows something that I don't know.
My mama called me too. I bet
Yeah.
it's in the air.
Yeah. So, but no. So I had talked to Dom about it this weekend. We both are kind of like hip hop historians, if you would say. When it comes to digging deep and trying and finding out like the hip hop's first, I would say. We both are very, very immersed in that life. And we was kind of just talking about a little bit of stuff. And Dom actually put me on a couple of books that I need to read to kind of help broaden my hip hop historian name this week. But I watch a lot of documentaries, so when we decided to do this episode, it was easy for me. I just literally just took whatever was in my mind and put it to some notes on the phone and went with it.
All right.
So we're gonna take you on a little journey, and from there we're gonna talk about the mothers of hip hop, and then we're gonna make our own family tree. So who we feel today will fits in that category as far as
Right.
women. Today's
Yeah, not
artists.
only did Nike call me to do this pod today, but Nicki Minaj also called.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
What she said?
so I am the Nicki Minaj spokesperson for today because I know that we often leave her name out of things when we talk about women in
We
hip hop.
can't.
So
We can't do that.
I'm here to stand 10 toes on all my Nicki Minaj takes.
Hey, what she say? Is my sons? There we go.
All right, whatever. All right, so we're gonna take it back. Hip hop actually started in the late 1970s, right? So everybody knows the story of hip hop. They know that DJ Kool Herc one day in the Bronx was playing music out his window, and it just started hip hop. That's when the culture began, right? If you would say. But there's one special lady that's probably the reason why he did this. So DJ Kool Herc, he actually did this event in his sister Cynthia Campbell's living room, where she actually made tickets, sold tickets to people in the neighborhood, promoted, if you would say, this event
Yeah.
for her brother to DJ outside her living room. So if you don't know the story about hip hop, DJ Kool Herc, he was chartered with, playing the music out of his speakers, DJing, and had like pretty much the whole block participating in it. Once the house was too packed, they had the whole block participating. He had the speakers hanging out the window. Literally everybody in the Bronx was going live.
Going
Hey,
crazy.
man.
So Cynthia Campbell, not only is she probably the first promoter ever for hip hop, but she hosted the first official hip hop event. And this happened in 1973.
Oh my God.
Hey man, where's she at now? She need her flowers.
Yeah, man. Women good for that. Women will take your little idea that you thought up, and
Hey,
then
support
and then they'll make it actually
I'm
tangible.
saying.
They'll be like, okay, we need to do this, this, and this, and this. We need to make sure these people here. We need to do this. You'd be like, oh, well, I just thought we was going.
Right. See, and like she doesn't get her flowers. She can almost, she's like the auntie of hip hop.
Yeah.
The auntie, the grandmother
Yeah.
of hip hop. And we did not hear a lot about her. Like, even in all the 20 something thousand hip hop documentaries, I don't think they really mentioned her much. They just mentioned
It's the first I ever
DJ
heard of her.
Kool Herc, but they never mention her. We always get shaded in the wayside women, but
But y'all be there. Y'all be holding it down.
I would say rightfully, even hip hop, even though hip hop is a male dominated industry, it wouldn't be nothing without a woman.
That's true. That's
For
fact.
sure. Y'all definitely have the business acumen for
Yeah.
sure to
Everything.
But it doesn't stop there. So
Okay.
in 78, 77, the first ever hip hop song recorded was "Rapper's Delight" by the Sugar Hill Gang. Right?
Right.
Everybody knows that song. Hip hop, the hip it to the hip hop, and you don't stop. I rock it to the bang bang boogie, the up jumps the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie the beat. Now, I know the whole song because I'm a hip hop historian, so I'm not gonna do that right now. And it was my grandpa's favorite song, so if Diamond probably know all the words as well because we're used to hearing our grandpa sing it if we're doing it at a karaoke night or whatever, right?
For sure.
So, so Sugar Hill Gang was founded by Sylvia Robinson.
Tell us about Sylvia.
She is credited as the mother of hip hop. So the first ever hip hop record label was founded by a woman.
Oh dang, I did not know that.
I didn't know that
And
either.
she also on her label she had Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, The Message.
Yeah.
That was like one of the second big hip hop anthems at this time. Sylvia Robinson, Sugar Hill.
That's legendary.
Yeah, that is. That's dope.
That's legendary.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
I didn't know that at all.
Nah, I definitely didn't.
So hip hop.
Also,
Go ahead, Don.
I was gonna say something about Sylvia that I also think is cool is we can credit her as an A&R because that song you're talking about, Rapper's Delight, the Sugar Hill Gang was never a group.
Yep.
She pulled people from different areas. It was like, oh, you do this, you would sound good here, and she literally made the song, put the group together, and released it on a record label.
Honestly, we just need to put women in charge and just step back because
I'm saying.
they just better.
And we can talk about Sylvia Robinson a little bit. So Sylvia Robinson, she was actually a singer. So she had her own little thing going on. She had a whole bunch of songs and stuff out before she decided to venture in this avenue and create what we know today as hip hop. So, yeah.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
That's real dope.
Shout out to how do y'all feel about that? Knowing that now, with hip hop being a thing for over 50 years. And
Yeah, you would think, honestly, with that story right there that you just told us, I would have thought I'd seen like a movie about that. A movie about Sylvia.
Exactly.
That sounds like a movie to me.
Yeah.
I mean, is she credited in like any documentaries or anything, or do we have to really, do our due diligence and research and really dig to figure this out? Has anyone, shed any light on, the first two ladies that you've mentioned thus far?
I can say for Sylvia Robinson, she is always tagged along with her husband, Joe Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll probably hear like Joe and Sylvia. But I think she was like Davell was saying, like the brains women usually are. But I think Joe Robinson gets all the credit, honestly, in documentaries.
So I don't know
It's
if you
always
if
the
you feel
Joes.
if you feel like this, Dime, too. Can you hear me, Dime? Dime, can you hear me?
I can now.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know if you found out this way too, but the way that I found out about Sylvia Robinson, it was actually a show called Sugar Hill Records, and it actually had her sons and her grandkids who were in charge of Sugar Hill Records now, and they kind of was sharing her story and stuff like that. And that's how I found out about Sylvia Robinson. And this was like probably maybe 8-9 years ago, and that's how I found out about it. But again, her story isn't really told to the masses. I know I heard back then that there was some rumored biopics and stuff that was going on, but I think it kind of stopped right there.
Yeah, that's dope though. Now she definitely needs more recognition if
Oh,
that's
yeah.
if that's how the story goes.
Yeah, Sylvia, when I read about her in books and stuff, she's always tied to her husband Joe. Did y'all hear when I said that?
Yep.
Because I was talking, but I think I was on mute. Oh, okay, cool. I feel like I'm in Clubhouse right now.
It's all good. Make sure you follow the moderators. Everybody on stage with the green bean. Diamond. No, but this should just let you know, like with Sylvia and Joe. What's his name? Joe Johnson.
Robinson.
Oh yeah, Joe
Joe
Robinson.
Johnson. It's always a Joe Johnson though.
Nah, it's always a Joe.
it's a
Like
Joe.
like the
It's always
women,
a Joe.
the one that people should really be supporting. They always tied to somebody named Joe, like Kamala and Joe Harris. Like Captain Joe Jackson.
That's true.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, hey, don't trust them Joes.
Don't
trust They'll get all the credit.
Yeah, man. Nah, but that's really dope.
Man, what is VH1 BET doing? Where's the movie? Where is it at?
I don't know, but they need to definitely make one soon and give her credit and her flowers. I mean, I'm hoping to see it.
Definitely shout out to her.
I mean, do you think that? Well, maybe you. Well, I don't want to mess it up. You can continue.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, do you think there's like someone today that's equivalent to that? I'm not sure if you have that on your notes tonight. That's why.
No, so that's kind of where I want the conversation to go. It's like we want to talk about the family tree, like who stems from her. So who do I feel that is a woman in charge right now? Honestly, there's not a lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of women A&Rs, but I don't think there's like any CEOs. And I could be wrong, Dom.
Well, there is Ethiopia. I think I'm gonna get it wrong. She is the CEO of, I want to say, Atlantic now, and she's a black woman.
Yeah,
and then
I did hear about her.
Sylvia. I'm about to get it confused now. Sylvia Johnson is a huge, big exec of Epic, and those are really big rap labels. So there are some women that are in those big fields of rap executive labels. However, there aren't women until I come along. That
I come
are
along.
owners of labels like Quality Control or something like that. Like, I would love to see women starting subdivision labels with rappers. That'd be cool.
Yeah, so once Squad Records take off, I will be in that category.
Yeah. About to say we got one right here, right next to us.
Yeah, man.
Living legend right now. Living legend.
No, that's dope. Though. I can see it, but someone that's active right now, I can see somebody like a Rhapsody actually doing that because she is respected, held to a higher regard and rightfully so than some of the other, women MCs, simply because she has the
ability.
Yeah, to go toe to toe and I've never heard anyone, say anything bad about Rhapsody in regards to bars, but I think she has she would probably be the next step I could see for the foreseeable future, but yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, man, but no, go ahead.
Why do you think you don't see that many women with labels? Because you see these rappers that become successful and then they start their own label, and everything like that. Why don't you see the women rappers? For example, women rappers do that.
I think. Well, you saying women rappers starting labels, or are you saying women?
Well, just women, period, but also like the women rappers.
So honestly, I don't feel like women rappers. I don't think male rappers would take it as serious to sign to a female label. But when we talk about like executives, I think a lot of them like to work behind closed doors and they don't like to be in the forefront.
So
So
you think even somebody just say like as big like Nicki Minaj started her label, you think people would?
I don't know if they'd take her serious.
Oh, Dom.
Which, um, right here I am. But no, no, no. For real though, I think what it boils down to is just a male-dominated industry, and that's anything like business. Like if you look on Wall Street, like all those sales execs and stuff are men, a lot of them are men. There are women that break through, but kind of to be in that industry as an exec or a record label, you have to kind of get gritty, and there's like this push and pull with it's almost bad business, right? We hear about P Diddy and all of them, but I was gonna say I think we are wrong because Sweetie has like pretty bitch music, I think, right? And that's like the first label I've ever heard of from a woman.
I didn't even know that was
I
a
don't
thing.
know if anyone signed
And
to it.
nobody's trying to sign to Sweetie. Let's be real.
Pretty bitch music.
Well,
But
yeah, that would be.
I
Hard to
think she
jeopardize.
does have PDM.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of female artists may have their own like label attached to their name, but nobody's really signing to them. Like I don't think they're going out to get people discovered. Like I feel like a lot of people that do like the A&R type deal are people that like to be behind closed doors. They might not be an actual artist. They just like to, like Miss Deb Anthony. Um, she's credited with a lot of celebrity artists, right? She's credited with finding Nicki Minaj, Gucci Mane. Uh, those are the two big artists. French Montana, and she never herself really got into the music business, but she's actually help people open doors for folks. So
Yeah, but you know what, Nike? I'll say this. I don't think guys, I don't think guys per se wouldn't want to sign with the woman, sign to a woman. I just think that it has to be all right. So it's in this field, it's just in the field of business in general. Like women is like a double. It's a double minority. You know what I'm saying? You're black and you're a woman. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think so. That's an uphill battle to start with. But I think women, black women in particular, will do right by by the majority, because that's just black women in general. That's just what y'all do. For the most part. But I don't think that a guy would just be like, nah, I'm not gonna sign her because that's a woman. I think that if the relationship is there, if the business is right, I think a woman can do just as good as any man. It's just the
Agreed.
opportunity. I think it's just the opportunity.
Could do better.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, I mean, I guess we just gonna wait and see how the tables turn in the next coming years.
See how pretty bitch music do.
I don't know about pretty bitch
That's
music.
funny.
I don't know about that. All right,
But
go ahead, Dom.
no, I was just gonna say I do agree with Peanut, and I think what we see a lot in the industry is there are a lot of women, like Nike's giving us this history lesson. There are a lot of women that play the background but become vital roles in a lot of hip hop artists' lives, like Deb Antony. And so I think when you think of record label, you just think of the big business aspect. Like then you have competitors and you have to compete against all these top notch record labels. So a Deb Antony position of I put a lot of people on, I think is just the role that women usually take in a sense of I'm not in it I'm in it for the money, but I'm not in it for the money and to be competing and battling. Like I'm really in it to help and support these black women and rappers and kids that's trying to get out the hood, and that's really where a lot of women stand. And all these record label owners are usually white because they're in it for the money. So
Right.
True. That is very, very true.
Yeah, man.
All right. So we're gonna move a little forward. Not too much. We still in the 70s. So do you guys know who the first female artist is? Hip hop artist is?
The first.
The very first female MC.
Very first female MC. I don't. I just want to go on the limb and say Roxanne Champagne, but that may be wrong.
Roxanne
I
Shante.
don't have a guess.
All right. So the first ever female MC, her name is Sharon Green,
Oh damn.
aka MC Shot Rock.
Okay.
So MC Shyrock came on the scene in 1977.
All right, Sharon.
She was a she was originally
That's a grown ass name for it. Sharon. My name is Sharon Green, son.
say my name is Sharon and I'm a beast. Everybody wanna get in the sheets. That sounded like something like that they would rap back then in there.
That
That
could have
day.
been, it. Hey, that sound
No, I'm
sound like a hit to me, honestly.
all right, but anyway, I do a little rapping. Sharon Green, she was actually a part of a group called the Funky 4+1, and she was known as the Plus One.
That's fucked up.
She actually used to go by that title herself.
Okay.
But have y'all ever heard of the Zulu Nation?
Yeah.
Okay, so she was actually a part of the Zulu Nation.
Okay.
Hey Dom, when you're not talking, put your phone on mute because we hear background. All right. But yeah, she was a part of the Zulu Nation. And if you don't know what the Zulu Nation is, it's a group that was formed by African Bambaataa. So yeah.
We've heard
Sharon
things.
Green.
We've heard things. African Bambaataa. We've heard things.
Can you call Dom on your phone? Because my phone about to die. Somebody call it. I mean, you gotta have this port. You got a headphone jack on yours?
Oh shit, we can call it from this one.
Okay. Yeah, Don, we about to call you on Peanut's phone.
Bet.
All right. But yeah, Sharon Green, aka MC Shyrock. I want to play one of her songs here, really quick, so we can kind of hear. Hold on, give us a second to call Don back.
Hello.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna play a song real quick, Dom. You're not gonna be able to hear it, but I'm gonna play a MC Shyrock song if they have it on Apple Music, just so people can hear. They can hear what she sound like.
Yeah, let's hear Shyrock.
All right, so this song is called "Stay Tonight." It's Lenny, and this might be a newer song actually. Actually, no, I want to go to an older song. Let me go to YouTube. Let me go to YouTube really quick. Yeah, let me go to YouTube.
Yeah, bring us to the heart of MC Shyrock.
Yeah,
I want to be in the field. I want to be in the streets with this.
I feel you.
I want to look around like it's the 70s.
All right, hold on. MC Shyrock. All right, so this is Shyrock's classic 7 Minutes of Funk freestyle.
And the bodyguard says, peace to Red Alert in Chapter 12. Justice Mike Hazel. DJs out there that want to get it. Dale huevo.
That's too long. That ain't getting in there like I want it to. It ain't getting in there. Let's see.
Is there any particular song like that?
That she's quoted for?
Yeah.
Not really. She did a lot of work with Grandmaster Flash.
1 2 1 2. Come on, Flash, cut. Rockin' with the best. Everybody is saying.
Take a look out there, all the niggas I'm talking about stars. You see, he's the number 2 from the
That's her?
back, and he also do his job. And there's butterfly girls in the house wanna know what am I talking about? You see, he's the number 3 for the young lady. The bass don't really think it's in the way.
So that is MC Shyrock.
She was going.
Yeah, man. So she's credited as the first female MC. Dom, can you hear us? Dom? Okay, you can hear us. Good. She's credited as the first female MC. I think every female, hip hop artist back then sounds the same, because they rap with the same cadence.
Have that little bounce. I like it. I like that cadence. I mean,
Yeah. But what have y'all ever heard of MC Shyrock?
I've heard of the name, but I honestly have not heard of any of the music or done any research
I think it was kind of hard because she didn't really have a lot of songs that we can download today. So I mean, if you didn't really go back to look and say, "Oh, I want to know who MC," or if your parents didn't tell you about it, then you really wouldn't dig for her because most people, when they think of the first female hip hop artist, they think of MC Light.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Sharon Green. I bet she in the church now and everything.
probably.
You got to with that name.
Probably.
You got to go to the church.
But Peanut, you were very, very close. So right after MC Shy Rock came Roxanne.
Okay.
Roxanne Shante. So Roxanne Shante came on the stage in like the mid '80s. So if you don't know about Roxanne Shante, you should definitely watch her little movie biopic on Netflix. It's really, really good.
That's dope.
But Roxanne Shante is credited as the first ever female battle rapper, for one. And she was probably the first ever one to like go for like the dang, I just lost my train of thought. The KRS ones and all that come for their necks.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about Roxanne Shante? I know y'all both heard of Roxanne Shante.
Yeah, for sure.
Y'all know Roxanne Shante's music, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, absolutely. No, she was definitely dope. She was, of course, a pioneer. We all should know. She was a trendsetter, pioneer for sure for women in hip hop. I think, I don't have much knowledge of MC Shyrock, but I'll say from Roxanne Shante on, I should know a little more.
Yeah,
of women hip hop.
Yeah, we should start to recognize these names as we.
Right. It should get better for y'all. So with that, let me play a sneak peek of Roxanne Shante. So this is her famous song, Roxanne Revenge.
Let me tell you and explain them all to you. I met this dude with the name of a hat. I didn't even walk away, I didn't give him no back. But then he got real mad and he got a little tired. If he worked for me, he would be fired. He wears a Kango and that is cute.
Yeah, man.
Hey, she's a storyteller.
She's a storyteller. Roxanne Shante, freestyle off the dome.
Hey.
Bars.
You know how many songs came after that gave us a story about telling about different like boys or girls or anything like that?
Oh yeah, nah, she was coming for the guys' throats. So since Roxanne Shante is considered like the first female battle rapper, let's talk about her family tree. So what female battle rappers out there do we have?
We got Miss Hustle. Who else we got in battle females in battle rap? Man, there's a lot, bro. Let's see who else we got. It's a lot. I know I should know this. That was a good question.
I can't honestly think of a lot of female battle rappers off the top of my head. I have to Google some.
Who we got down? We were just talking about battle rappers. Yeah.
Jazz the Rapper, Miss
Oh.
Hustle, Official.
Yeah.
Babs Bunny.
What's her name? Babs Bunny. What's her
There's-
name?
Lady Luck.
Lady Luck.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Oh,
thinking.
and speaking of, Lady Luck is actually the niece of Sylvia Robinson. So
Oh, interesting.
Who is?
Lady Luck. So yeah, she's probably the one that I most know is Lady Luck, in battle rap.
Yeah, she was around. Man, I'll say it was definitely the 2000s for sure. She was around like that Cassidy era. She was around that Cassidy, early Meek, because I remember like 2006, 2007.
Yep.
What's my buddy name with the gun bars from Philly?
Sir?
Nah, sir from Jersey.
Oh, you said Philly.
Yeah.
You said Cassidy?
Yeah, I already said Cassidy, not Cassidy. Damn, I'm drawing a blank on his name, man. Gun bars. it's gonna come to me. But yeah, she was around that. She was around that mid 2000s era. I definitely know her from battle rapping then, and that's when battle rapping took a totally different turn after that.
Yeah. Yeah, but Lady Luck is actually the niece of Sylvia Robinson. So that Sugar Hill show that I talked about, she was on there. They were in the show. They was trying to revive Sugar Hill Records, but I mean we all see where they are today. They're still kind of trying to build. I know Darnell Robinson, their nephew. He's a rapper and he's like an artist slash A&R that's been trying to help build Sugar Hill Records again. And you guys probably know who he is if you see his face. But y'all ever watched the show My Sweet 16?
Yeah.
Back when it came on?
Yeah.
So he actually had Super Sweet 16. His came on before the Tiana Taylor episode. I can't remember specifically what happened at his, but he was a brat. And you know.
I know how that goes.
So, but yeah, so that's kind of funny how that whole conversation kind of went full circle because that's why I asked that question.
You ain't playing that?
What?
That full circle? That circle, you didn't draw that?
Nah, I didn't draw it.
Okay.
But I mean, I knew that it was possibly going to come up when we talked about Roxanne Shantae's family tree.
Okay.
So.
Not to go backwards, but a fun fact that I read somewhere about the Sugar Hill Records is that Sylvia Robinson also had the first all-female rap group. Like, so MC Shyrock was a part of a group with men, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And so the first all-female rap group was signed to Sugar Hill Records, and they were called The Sequence, and Angie Stone was a part of that group.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shout out to this
the sequence.
golden, chocolate golden sister, Angie Stone. Yeah, we love her.
Yeah. So Angie Stone been out for a minute.
Yeah.
For a minute.
Yeah, and I was thinking about Reed Dollars. Reed Dollars.
Oh, Philly. I'm stepping up to the center with that all black Doretta, bro. Let me put some lead in you.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Calm down.
We glad to have you back, Dom. Glad to have you back. Nah, man. All right. Y'all want to move along
Yeah.
to the next?
Where we going to next?
All right. So next, we going to 1986.
Uh-oh.
Since we kind of already talked about female groups, the notorious, I would say female rap group is the legendary Salt and Pepper.
Oh, man.
Salt and Pepper and DJ Spinderella came on the scene.
The most notorious?
Yeah, because they were the first female rap group.
Boy.
And the youngest.
Hey, City Girls has entered the chat.
Okay. So that's the family tree. We gonna get to that.
Because they were the first.
They were the first.
So, okay, because I haven't been on the pod, right? And we ain't got to talk about this. But I've been listening. And I heard that Nipsey's death was more notorious than Biggie and Tupac.
Mm-hmm. But we ain't talking about men.
We're not. But I'm just saying, just because they were the first, Salt and Pepper doesn't make them the most notorious. That's it.
Okay, fair statement. So let me backtrack. The first female group duo was Salt and Pepper.
You're not supposed to say female.
Yeah, I know. I know we ain't that progressive, but
Okay.
I'm just playing.
The first
The men
lady,
can't say
all
that.
ladies group.
Me and Peanut can't say
Hey, I don't be knowing what to say no more, bro. I be saying like, the women, the young ladies, the sister with the green shirt on.
the rightly aged.
Yeah, man. Hey, female just sounds so, bruh, like derogatory now.
Okay, so I'm gonna say ladies.
So don't to me though, honestly.
It don't.
It don't to me, but I mean,
Hey, man.
It's Women's Month.
Hey,
it's Women's History Month.
I didn't make the rules.
I didn't either.
I mean, none of us did, but I guess we'll just keep going. But Salt and Pepper was the first ever group dynamic duo. They brought Spinderella on probably like a year. Well, probably a year. A few months later, after they were already famous, right? They already had some hits on their hand. Salt and Pepper also has a documentary, a biopic that's out on Lifetime, which was really pretty good. Did y'all know that? So how Salt and Pepper met? So Salt and Pepper met on campus in college. Um, she, Salt ran to Pepper. Her boyfriend at the time was like a producer, and he was trying to produce records for her, but he suggested that they find another female rapper, because he was like, nobody's doing this. This would be hot, And Salt actually could rap. So she ran into Pep one day, and she liked her attitude, and they were conversing over a job that she had at the time, and Pep was like, put me on the job. It was a call center for, I forgot what department store it was, but at this call center there was it's like, if I could ever work anywhere, this is where I would want to work at this time. Martin Lawrence worked at this call center. Kid and Play worked at this call center, as well as them too. Yeah. So fun fact, Salt and Pepper and Salt's boyfriend at the time actually put Kid and Play on after they became famous. They also put Martin on because Martin was opening up shows for them as well. Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, I bet work was lit.
It was lit.
Oh yeah, I can picture that.
It would have been lit. I wish I could have worked at that call center during that time.
Oh yeah, it wasn't getting no work done.
None. And they wasn't. They really wasn't. They was fucking around the whole time.
Oh yeah, I know. I've worked at call centers. That's how it be. That's how it be.
Man, I think everybody has at one point.
Yeah, man. I went to lunch one day, never came back. They still asking, is he coming in?
Hey, we need to mail you a $3 check.
Man. So another fun fact. About Salt and Pepper, that they were actually the first female rap group to achieve gold and platinum status with their debut album.
Shout out.
Man. So. Boy, my mama love Salt and Pepper, boy.
Salt and Pepper tea.
Oh my God.
Salt and
She loved him so much, man.
Nah, man. I mean, we don't even have to play a Salt and Pepper song. Everybody knows.
They
know Salt and Pepper. If you don't know that Salt and Pepper here and we're in effect, so once you push it back, cooling by day and by night,
running,
working up a sweat, then something ain't right. Yeah, something ain't right.
Yeah, man.
But obviously y'all all know Salt and Pepper. What's your favorite Salt and Pepper song?
I don't have one.
Maybe I mean, I feel like, okay.
I'm just saying Push It.
I mean, I love Push It. I love Push It for just that beat. That beat is just that's a crazy beat. Oh my God, the parties was lit to that song. I know they was. I know they was lit to that song. That's probably that's got to be their most popular song.
Yeah.
Shoot was good.
Shoot. What a Man.
Yeah. They got hits.
Yeah, man. No, Salt and Pepper got some.
Push It.
None of your business.
Push It is probably the song that come to your head though when you think Salt and Pepper.
That was their first song, so.
That was their first song?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, y'all gotta watch the Salt and Pepper documentary. It's cool though, just how like they came up with the beat and everything. It's just really good.
Oh yeah, that beat is crazy.
Man.
That sound like a Don beat.
Ooh, Don, you want me to play a Salt and Pepper instrumental for you to hop on?
Yeah, no.
All right, so we already said City Girls is a part of their family tree. Mm-hmm. Who else do we got that falls under the Salt and Pepper family tree? TLC. They were another female group.
Yeah.
Has there been any other female groups?
Yeah, I was just thinking like that's strictly rap.
For rap.
Because you do got these mixed groups where there'll be like some mostly singing and then there's one girl that rap or something.
I don't know.
Salt and Pepper, they had some songs that they sung on too.
Yeah.
But they were primarily rappers, but they did the sing rap thing.
Yeah. Other than what? I can't think of anybody.
I think those are the only people that come to mind. You got a lot of R&B groups, but you'll not have a lot that have rappers.
A group of rappers.
Yeah.
Women rappers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to give our respects though to the twin sisters from Coming to America. They they did an amazing job with their 15 seconds.
Yeah, they did their thing. They don't get their flowers.
Yeah, they don't get their flowers. We just giving everybody their flowers today.
We got flowers, man. Come on.
Carnations. We got them.
All right. we're gonna move down the timeline to the I would say this artist is known. Most people probably think she's like the first official rapper, and that's Miss MC Light.
Yeah, I figured you were going there. Yeah.
Came in on the scene, 1988.
Came and killed it.
When she arrived, she was the first female rapper to be nominated for a Grammy.
So right there, I think she's most notable nowadays for being the greatest
2000
the greatest voice in BET Hip Hop Awards history.
Oh yeah, she's the announcer for every event.
No, I ain't gonna downplay her though. Like, what are some notable songs by Miss MC? I know she had great verses, feature verses on songs, but is there...
Light as a Rock probably is that's my favorite MC Light song.
Yeah, that's probably the first song that comes to mind.
Roughneck. She had the verse on "I Want to Be Down," Brandy.
Yeah, I probably think if it's not Light as a Rock, then I probably think of like stuff where she just has like a verse on someone else's song. Like
now, she done some great features. That's for sure. I remember on Escape.
It Takes Two.
Yeah.
Is she on Escape?
I don't know. I'm just agreeing.
But I don't know. She on It's Take Two. Top Billing. She had a song on Top Billing.
She not on It Takes Two?
I don't think she's on It Takes Two.
What am I thinking of?
I don't know. But Roughneck is a good one too.
Yeah.
I need a Roughneck.
Yeah.
But I would say that "I Want to Be Down" verse was probably like a notorious verse. Dime, you got any takes on MC Light?
Her voice is great. No, I don't really. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't listen to MC Light. I don't even know an MC Light song that I can.
Wow.
Repeat, so
it sounds like we need to play our MC Light song.
Yeah, that Light as a Rock.
You want to play Light as a Rock? All right, hold on. Let's play Light as a Rock. So everybody should know that song from Love and Basketball.
Yeah. That's what I was.
Literally, everybody should know that song from Love and Basketball. But if you didn't, well, maybe not the younger generation. They probably don't even know what Love and Basketball is.
Yeah, she has the same flow as Kid and Play. That's exactly like. When did that song come out?
That came out like 1980 something.
Yeah.
That was like her first album, first. So actually, Kid and Play had a flow like her.
Okay.
Look at Peanut.
Show you right.
Look at Peanut.
He's slipping a little bit, but it's all good.
Yeah, that's right. I am. It's Women's History Month.
Yeah.
Nah, I honestly, Kid and Play came out probably around that same time frame. I don't know if they actually had a song out till like the 90s though, but they were like trying to get on around that time.
Okay.
So who do we feel falls under MC Light's family tree? From artists, from anybody that came after her in the 90s to the 2000s.
I feel like it's gonna be like your main kind of the stars. I feel like because I feel like for the time that she was in, I mean, she was like. So I would actually put now these people can go under multiple trees.
Yeah,
right?
they can go
Okay.
under
I was just okay.
because they might fall under.
Because I would put like the Nickies and stuff under it. I would put them under her tree. Because I don't look at MC Light as, even though I look at it as a lyricist, and you might think of like the lyricist kind of rappers go under. I would also just look at kind of just more of like the stars, honestly.
Honestly, I feel like I would put like the Rhapsodies.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I know you want to do the lyricist.
The lyricists
I
and
get
stuff
that.
under
I
there.
get that. I get that.
So I put like the Sias, the Rhapsodies, the Young and Mays. I would put like them.
Young and May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would put them under that like
Young and May.
category.
Wait a minute.
Y'all gotta stop hating on Young and
we
May.
gotta
Young
put-
and May be spitting.
But we definitely got to put her under the Jim Jones family tree.
I thought we was keeping this strictly ladies.
Hey,
But no, also if you want,
Young and May and a lady.
All right, so I take it back. That's cool.
I'm a little schmid.
No,
but I think you can also like those. Aside from lyricists and stars, stuff like that, even just the
No,
lady
make it
rappers
go.
that like
She-
kind of just hit kind of hard with their lyrics, kind of just
Yeah.
like boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, like they hitting you with it, like you hitting you upside the head with the lyrics,
Exactly.
like so
Nah, but Young and May can go though. She can rap.
yeah, y'all trying to play me. Trying to
you try to slide that in there.
Trying to
Nah, I
play me.
just think her family tree is like the brat.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, Dom.
What's the other one?
What's another one?
Go ahead. There's I was rocking real tough with my Afro puffs. Who's that?
Lady of Rage.
Yeah, there we go. That's Young and May Lane.
Yeah. Oh, that was a really good one, Dom. Lady of Rage. That's my joint. That might actually be my say. Let's play this week. Maybe. I rock rough and stuff with my Afro puff rage. Y'all don't know that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I about to say she was signed to Ice Cube.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say the Brat probably come after the MC Light. I would even put like the Queen Latifahs and stuff, the Moni Loves.
Yeah, almost like those aggressive rappers.
Yeah.
Almost.
Who else? Yeah, I put all them in that category after MC Light. All right. And speaking of Queen Latifah, she would probably be next on my list. Queen Latifah came on the scene 1989, year after MC Light debuted. And I would say, this is my take, I think Queen Latifah was like the first female conscious rapper. If you knew Queen Latifah back then when she came on the scene, she was a part of the legendary group Native Tongues. Y'all know who the Native Tongues is? Yeah, so Native Tongues. It was like a segment of the Zulu Nation, like kind of like the Zulu Nation. They had like a Tribe Called Quest and all those people. Moni Love was all part of Native Tongues, and I think that she just brought us like if you know what the Native Tongues is, what they stand off, the African culture.
Right.
They were real conscious about everything that they rap about. So I would say that Queen Latifah was like the first female conscious rapper, and that's my take. So other people might disagree on that.
Yeah, because I don't think people. I mean, like you was talking about the younger generation. They may when they think of Queen Latifah, they think in like the
movies,
the Equalizer. You see,
Yep.
The Equalizer. But
Bringing Down the House.
yeah, hey, that's a good movie.
That's a really good movie.
That's a really good movie.
What's the movie with Common?
Just Right.
Just Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
that's a really good movie.
That's probably how people see it now. But
Yeah.
kind of like almost like an Ice Cube kind of thing, like how they kind of see Ice Cube as kind of like that.
So
I love Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah might be the first one that crossed over to acting too. She might be the first female like hip hop artist that crossed over to acting.
Oh yeah, women. Yeah.
Because she had her own show, Living Single.
Yeah, definitely.
Which was a classic sitcom.
Yeah, she did that thing and set it off.
Set it off.
She did a thing and all. Yeah, she did a thing.
She brought Single Ladies years after Living Single was canceled. So, yeah, I would say she's the first female rapper to cross over.
She is a monumental legend.
And she also did, well, she might be, well, no, because MC Light did it. She also did the sing rapping thing, Mike, too. So she could sing and rap.
Oh yeah, she's highly respected too, boy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Ghostface, Raekwon. They shouted it out in the verses. I don't know if y'all listened to that. I just seen that.
Yeah.
That part. But yeah, no, she's definitely highly respected, man. With the conscious thing, I'll say that she is definitely, more than likely, well, that's contradictory, but she's definitely the first conscious, woman in rap. I'll say.
Hey.
I don't know though, because I don't know. It's kind of tricky because Salt and Pepper they were trying to go down that lane. They were trying to change over.
But see that was after. That was like going into their second album when they started talking about like sex and all that other stuff. So I think.
But as far as like the African spirituality thing, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, Queen Latifah.
She's a queen for a reason.
Fun fact about Queen Latifah, and I think she just recently stopped wearing it. But if you ever watched Living Single and stuff back in the 90s, and you seen any interview with about Queen Latifah in the 90s, she used to always wear this chain with a key on it. That key was to her brother's motorcycle. Her brother had passed away due to a motorcycle incident. She always wore that chain, like everywhere she went, up until recently, I would say.
wow.
But yeah, it's fun fact.
Okay.
I met Queen Latifah.
Wow.
How was that?
Flex.
I was not at all. I was young, but she was filming a movie outside of the projects, and my dad ran upstairs and was like, "Yo, you want Queen Latifah's autograph? She's downstairs." And my hair wasn't done, and she only gave one person an autograph. And back in the day, I used to like cut out magazines and make my own magazine. And so like I grabbed my little fake magazine, and I remember having a Queen Latifah poster in there, and she signed it. But I think it was because I looked homeless, because she only signed mine and went into her trailer. She was filming a movie though.
Nah, she saw something. She was like,
She's gonna be something one day.
Hey, if you still had that, you can put it on the NFT. You know what I'm saying? Sell it, man.
Wait,
Right.
See,
Yeah.
I need to come back for a regular pod because we gotta talk about these NFTs.
Man, bruh, this shit is crazy. Hey, you know what? And not to switch gears, but just on the topic of the NFTs, man, that Nipsey Hussle $100 CD, man, that would have been a great one.
Yeah.
That would have been a great one, Dom. That would have been a great one.
That would have been good.
Yeah, a signed copy? Oh,
I'm trying to figure out how I could make a meme or something and put it on an NFT.
For real.
man, get that money, man. But yeah.
Man. But yeah. We definitely got to give Queen Latifah her flowers, man. When she played Chloe on Set It Off, that was like my favorite movie. It still is my favorite movie. Like, I can play that death scene out so vividly.
You play it out.
I can act it out.
Yeah, you fall on your couch like it's a car.
To a T. Like, I don't know why when I was a little kid, I was like, oh, that's the way I want to go out. Like, what the hell? I want to be shot up, nothing dead up. Nah. I want to die in my sleep.
You say crazy stuff as a kid.
You do. That's exactly how I want to go out, that's how I want to do it.
You say that you be saying it at the wrong time to a church. Your mama looking at you like, everybody looking at her like, what you mean?
What the hell's going on with this family? Nah, but shout out to Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
So now we're approaching the 90s, and this next lady that came on the scene, probably one of the first that came from the Midwest. That was actually known from the Midwest, and that is, ladies and gentlemen, the so deaf representative, the Brat. The Brat. Now, when I think of the Brat, and this is my takes, right? I feel like she brought like that tomboyness, to hip hop, from a female perspective. Everybody was done up, besides Queen Latifah, because she was doing the whole African movement thing, but she was like tomboy out. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, she had the plaits in her head with the beads. She dressed like Crisscross. First of all.
Crisscross dressed like her.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, women's month.
Yeah, you're right, man.
But no, it's the truth. That's a fact.
No, but yeah, man. Nah, she definitely brought that. But she could rap though, bro. She was definitely a lyricist for sure.
Yeah.
She can go.
Honestly, the Brat was one of my idols growing up. Like, I used to dress like the Brat. I have pictures with the plaques in my head, like the plaid matching pants and shirts, suits, and yeah, I thought I was the Brat. Like, so I always knew that this rap stuff will actually make a way somehow for me. Like the Brat and Left Eye was like two female artists that I idolized as a kid. So yeah, what are y'all thoughts on the Brat? She's still in the game today on Growing Up Hip Hop, repping So Def till she died.
Man, not only that, she's on. She's doing morning talk radio. Ricky Smiley. Yeah, she's she definitely is still a. I wouldn't say she's a legend. She's a legend.
Yeah, definitely a legend.
Oh yeah.
Even though I feel like she hasn't really been recognized for it, for what she brought to the game as far as versatility when it comes to. You can just hear the change from the ladies in the 80s that were from New York versus when it went to the Midwest and So Funkdafied dropped. It was just a cultural shift. It was being from the Midwest but also having a Southern influence. Mm-hmm. You can definitely tell the difference. You can hear the difference. But yeah, she definitely needs some sort of notoriety.
I think what killed the rap is the Brat is when she went to jail. Cause I think like
she went to jail.
Yeah, she was in jail for a minute, for assault charges or something like that.
It was on Nail Lady, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Dang, boy,
but
her.
So
Foxy Brown. Boy,
it was like, cause I think the last thing we heard from her was probably, the I Think I Like Me remix. When she was like 6'4", 6'9", blow Joe with the windows up on Deuce 4.
Yeah,
That was probably like the last song that we heard from the Brat. And I think after that, and that was like what, 2008, 9.
And she didn't get out till when
she was in there for a minute.
Yeah,
like she just got off of parole.
It was like not recent, but recently.
Yeah, she was like on parole for like 10 years or something like that. Something ridiculous. For that incident.
Smashed the girl's head with a champagne bottle.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee. Hey, sometimes.
And then I think she owed her millions of dollars.
Oh yeah, that's the way to get it.
Well,
yeah, she couldn't pay her though because she didn't have no money. She was she filed bankrupt or something like that.
Wait, who owed who?
The Brat owed her from settlement.
Oh, so she didn't have the money, so she hit her with the bottle.
No, I think that they had got into it, and Brat has a temper, and she hit her upside the head with the champagne bottle.
Because she was asking for that money.
No, not for the money. I think the money came from after the settlement from the case.
Okay, gotcha.
That she owes her, but she couldn't pay her because she had filed bankrupt, and all that. Okay, I think that's the story. It could be a little.
Yeah, even though the Brat ain't rapping and she doing radio, if she ever wants to make some money modeling underwear, she definitely can. Shout out to her. And if you know, you know.
That was a while ago.
Oh yeah.
It's still on Instagram. It's still on Instagram.
That was a long time ago.
It's still there.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I was lost for a second, but I'm caught up now.
I'm lost.
I'm caught up now.
She done gained some weight and stuff now. Since then.
Hey, the loyal listeners know.
Yeah. The day ones.
Nah, but what would y'all say is y'all favorite The Brat song?
Probably So Funkdafied for sure.
That definitely hits hard.
I don't have a favorite.
You don't have a favorite Brat song? I like her and Jagged Edge. What do you like? That's a good one. But like if I had to pick just a Brat song, yeah, that's So Funkdafied. Definitely, I got that album. I have the CD.
That was a game changer.
Yeah, that was a good album.
Do you think she can make it? Do you think she can come back?
No.
No, you don't think so, Dom? Why not?
I'm just hating. I don't know.
Dom wasn't in the era of the Brat. She didn't feel it like we did.
Dom didn't have the plaques.
No,
not
Dom
at all.
didn't
have the plaques. I did.
You missed it.
Oh yeah, she did have a fire track with Tyrese. It was crazy. The What You Like was fire. Early 2000s.
Didn't I just say that?
No.
I definitely said What You Like.
No, you said a different song.
No, I said What You Like.
But
I said it with Jagged Edge. I said
see?
it with Jagged Edge, but it is Tyrese.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right. So, who do we feel that falls under the Brat family tree? I would say now the Young and May, obviously. Diamond from Crime Mob.
Okay.
I'm thinking about the pace, the rapping pace.
Some of y'all may not know, but I would say probably China White.
Ooh. China White.
China White.
What about Eve?
I was thinking about Eve. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying to think of.
Hey, I'm going through this Brat track listing, and she's done some work with a lot of great people.
Oh yeah.
The Notorious B.I.G., Missy Elliott, Aaliyah, Jermaine Dupri, of course, Cherish, Crazy Bone, and T-Boz, the TLC for sure. Yeah, she done a lot of work. She put in some work.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think of. She's definitely the hardcore rap and bars era generation.
Right.
Whoever falls under that category. Yeah. It's hard today because most people today I find under, and I think she's probably our next person on the list.
Oh,
Let me
yeah,
see.
kind of that Lil Kim style.
Actually, before we get to Lil Kim, let's talk about Dime's favorite person in the world. 1992.
Beyonce.
The voice of New York. Go ahead, Dime. Dime, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry. I got caught off guard. Are you talking about Angie Martinez?
I am.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
When you talk about hip hop, you cannot not talk about Angie Martinez. Like, you can't. Nah, she was probably. Actually, I'll let you talk about your girl, Dime.
Oh, wait. What?
You want to talk about Angie Martinez? Or you want me to?
No, you go ahead. You got this.
All right. So, not only a lot of people knows Angie Martinez from Hot 97 radio, right?
Right.
She's probably one of the first voices when we think about hip hop, because Hot 97 was like the first actual hip hop station. They had made the switch from like a jazz blues or something like that station, and they decided just to go to the strictly hip hop wave. And Angie Martinez was kind of like worked her way up from like an intern level, I guess you can say, to actually being an on radio personality. And she's credited with a lot. Like when you think about the East Coast West Coast beef, you think about Angie Martinez. She was the one, when the East Coast and West Coast was beefing, that flew out to Cali to go interview Tupac and stuff like that. In the middle of the feud, she could have potentially, I think, squashed the beef, or she could have made it worse by putting out everything that Tupac was saying and make the beef worse, but she didn't. She chopped it up, made it sound good, to kind of try to alleviate some of the nonsense that was going on. But she's credited with a lot of people, putting a lot of people on. I think everybody in the music industry, especially growing up in the 90s, probably credit her with playing a lot of their records. So she has ties, big ties with Jay-Z, Puffy, all the big name celebrities. I'm not gonna ruin it too much. You should check out her autobiography if you haven't. Her autobiography is awesome. She also, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but she beat up Wendy Williams in the Hot 97 radio station, made Wendy Williams leave Hot 97. But yeah, she was also on Ladies Night with Lil Kim, The Brat, Missy Elliott. That was actually like her first rap song, and then she actually went out to put her own album out. I think she put out 2 albums after that. So yeah, we definitely can't talk about hip hop without talking about Angie Martinez, the voice of New York.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Yeah.
So, Dom, did I do good?
Yeah, it was good.
You got any takes on Angie Martinez? I know that's your idol.
That used to be my idol when I wanted to work in radio.
Oh.
I don't want to work in radio anymore, but
tables
yeah,
shifted.
I did do a lot of studying of Angie Martinez. I think she does really good when it comes to interviewing artists. I've learned that you just let them do the talking, and a lot of times I watch interviews and like the journalist is talking more than the artist, and you kind of have all these questions prepared. And she's kind of, if you watch her interviews, she just lets them talk, and it kind of flows that way. Like, it doesn't look like she comes into the interview with questions. So yeah, she's pretty dope.
Yeah, and that's probably because she's not a journalist. Like she just kind of went into it and just like people just like talking to her, so she just kind of like had like a open forum. I don't think she ever comes to interviews prepared with questions or anything like that. She just like sits there and have a conversation with them. And yeah, Angie Martinez is dope. Shout out to Angie. Y'all got any takes on Angie Martinez?
Nah, we love her. I'm glad she stopped smoking crack.
Dang, why you had to
Nah,
do that
I'm
like
just
that?
playing,
Why
man.
you had to do that like that?
That's always a good thing. That's always a good thing.
It is. It is.
Yeah,
but
you don't want to stay on the crack.
we love you, Angie.
Yeah, you don't.
We gonna move away from that. Okay. All right. So 1994. She's definitely the mother. I say it. The mother of all female rappers today. Miss Lil Kim. The mother. The mother.
Definitely influenced.
Lauren Hill just entered the chat.
The big mom. The big mom. And okay, and this is why I say that Lil Kim is the mother of hip hop. I think Lil Kim brought the sex appeal. She brought the sexy attitude, the nasty girl vibes to hip hop that we see in every rap today.
Yeah.
She definitely influenced a lot. I think the biggest one that we see today is Nicki Minaj, I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most of the women rappers today, well, I don't know if I'd even say most, but a lot of them, well, the bigger ones at least, the bigger artists definitely have captured that style of rapping, where, a little sexy, nasty, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I mean.
Because, sex sells. I get it.
And she proved that sex sells.
It definitely does.
She definitely proved it.
So,
hey, what's one quotable that comes to mind from Lil Kim? First thing.
So many, to me, honestly.
Mine, I don't know why. It's watch out, watch out now. It's the little one, and I'm not Bow Wow.
Damn, that's fucked up.
There's so many to me, honestly. Any song that pops up. I've been gone for a minute, now I'm back with the jump off. Goons in the club, case something jumps up. Like, Lil Kim just...
My favorite Lil Kim verse is on the Quiet Storm remix.
Oh, hot damn, here we go again. Woo. That is my favorite. That's like my favorite too, Dom. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So Nike. Oh, Peanut, do you agree with Nike that Lil Kim basically almost birthed the sound that we listening to today with?
I mean, I wouldn't say the sound, but I think the way that women
style.
Yeah, well, I think is when we say style, I think style is incumbent of like everything that women do now. The sex appeal, talking about getting money, standing up for yourself, and also there's a lot of women that do that. That's not pushed to the forefront, but there's a lot that can actually rap. And Lil Kim, she was definitely one of the ones that embraced her sexiness and put it all out there, man. Which we can appreciate. It was a little. I think she came in at a time where we needed it, coming off the late 90s or early 90s, to the 2000s, and we needed that sound, and she definitely filled the void. I mean, when you say stuff like, I used to be scared of the hey man, hey, what can one say?
What can one say? So, how long do y'all see that style going for in the future? If you think that's here to stay?
Yeah, the sex sells, man.
Yeah, forever. Yeah. And it ain't going nowhere.
For sure.
No. Man, Lil Kim has too many quotables. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, like 15 different quotes just popped in my head when we just started singing her songs. I just got hyped.
But I am not gonna lie to y'all though. I did not play Lil Kim.
What?
Nah.
I mean, it's different for me. It's the regional thing.
Yeah.
I got the Lil Kim hardcore album right there.
I bet every one of these vinyls is East Coast. Nah, I see Kanye right there.
Nah, but yeah, we got some West Coast. I got Kendrick and stuff over there. But no,
and her holding on in a group full of men as well is very um, I give kudos to her for that. Because she could have been pushed to the wayside or not rose to the occasion when it was her time. And I know she endured a lot of shit dealing with Junior Mafia, Big, that whole shit, but. She rose to the occasion when her number was called for sure.
Yeah, she was hanging in there with all the guys. Like she was probably the most lyrical rapper in Junior Mafia besides Big, obviously. So yeah, I mean, I think Lil Kim. I think highly of Lil Kim. So it's hard for me to not be biased, but I feel that everybody that came after her, like, is her sons, daughters.
How can that be if Nicki Minaj? Oh, so she's like
Nicki Minaj came after her. Oh, okay. So and let's not discredit Nicki Minaj because we're gonna get to her either. She's done wonderful things for the culture, but when she even came out, she said that her biggest influence came from Kim. So let that be known. Until they had issues, then that's when she tried to change it up. But when she came in the game, she definitely said Kim and Foxy.
And honestly, right? Because I think this is what people don't understand with the Nicki and Kim thing. Because Nicki can say that, and that can be true. Little Kim, like Peanut and you were saying, has she brung sex appeal to rap, right? Mm-hmm. However, at some point, Nicki Minaj created her own lane, and now is the mother of all of these new rappers.
Okay, what lane did she create? What lane did she create?
Nicki Minaj has broken every top chart record there is for women in hip hop.
Okay, right after streaming had became a thing, right?
That has nothing to do with it.
It does. It does. It has a lot. It's two different eras. It's hard to say that it doesn't have nothing to do with it, but it does because music is more accessible to people now than it was back then.
Yeah, but you can't say that if she was in Little Kim. Like, that's just the time that she came out. If she was in Little Kim's era, you don't know what she would have done there either. It's just that how long does someone have to give props to someone for her career? When is she going to take it and realize it's her own?
Now, I'm not discrediting her for anything. Like, I do feel like today, everybody that came after her today is influenced by Nicki Minaj. That's why I said she is on my list to get to. And we can wait to get to her and talk a little bit more because I feel like we're going to go back and forth for a minute.
All right.
All right.
Shout out to Lil Kim, though.
All right, so this person too, it was probably like a couple of months in between them, but we say her debut was in '99, so Lil Kim was 95. Lil Kim was credited in 1994, and this lady by the name of Foxy Brown came out in 1995. I think a lot of people compare them to each other. I think Foxy Brown was actually younger, so. Foxy Brown was actually discovered at 15 years old by the producers Trackmasters. If you don't know who Trackmasters is, they're credited with LL Cool J. So they were working with LL Cool J on his first albums and stuff like that. So she was discovered at a talent show at 15. They loved her grittiness, her rawness in hip hop. And she was like one of the youngest female artists to actually have music and stuff out there that slap.
Yeah, she had a short run though, man. Unfortunately.
Yeah, but Foxy Brown, she had a lot of dope features, especially with Jay-Z. Oh, yeah. Had a lot of features with Jay-Z. She had a dope feature with Case. I think she was on that Ludacris "What's Your Fantasy" remix.
Yeah, she did music with Blackstreet.
She was recently on the Nas Full Circle.
Oh yeah, she bodied that verse.
But I think her career was kind of cut short because she started losing her hearing. And she lost her hearing and took her a minute to regain some hearing. She was out for a minute, and I think she dated Rick Ross too. Y'all remember that?
Nah,
she used to date Rick Ross. Like when he first came out, I think her and Rick Ross had a little thing. It just came to my mind. I don't know where that came from.
I can believe it.
But yeah, they had a little thing.
The Fat Mac.
In the beginning, And this is like when she lost her hearing and stuff like that. I want to say she had like a court case or something for something too. I don't know why I remember stuff like that, but it just came to me. But
no, I wish she could have had a longer run though. To be honest.
yeah, Foxy Brown was. She might be one of my say let's play this. I don't think she didn't put out any bad record to me, honestly. Every Foxy Brown song slaps. 100%. Like she could put if you go through looking at her track list and you listen to a Foxy verse, she has no bad verses. Straight up.
I believe it. I believe it.
Did y'all listen to Foxy like that? No.
Nah.
I only heard one Jay-Z songs.
Oh, really? Jay-Z songs.
I mean, and then here and there, but I never really was in deep with it.
Man, a lot of the women I listen to is either from the South, the Midwest, or California.
So you listen to all the Mia X's and
yeah, she was what Mia X is a lyricist out of this world. Talking about holding your own, Mia X is definitely one of the ones. And I'll say she had a long run with the group No Limit, but man, if she was able to just body a solo, she could have been out of here.
Man. All right, so this next person on my list, she actually came into the game in 1988, but she was in a group. She didn't become a solo artist until 1998, so 10 years later. That's why I have her downstream of my timeline here. I'm not even gonna say probably. She is the greatest of all time, Miss Lauryn Hill. And I did want to mention that Lauryn Hill is a Gemini.
Of course.
Now that I think about it, Sylvia Robinson is a Gemini. I'm just putting that out there, just cause.
They probably already knew.
They probably already knew. I mean, most Geminis, we like to do our thing.
Yeah, they could tell.
But Lauryn Hill, her debut album she was the first female artist whose debut album went #1, and she won the most Grammys in a single night for that album. I think she won 5 Grammys on that album. Was the first female to do that as well in hip hop. I mean, that album just went diamond recently. I mean, what more do you need to say about Lauryn Hill?
Yeah, she's definitely
an R&B album.
The GOAT. I don't know. I feel like it can fall in both. So
it is considered one of many publications and outlets consider that a hip hop album though. But I can see where you say that, Dom. But it's definitely
a really great album. But she's singing on majority of it.
Yeah. So what's your favorite Lauryn Hill?
My favorite Lauryn Hill song?
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
It's probably X Factor.
X Factor is a good one.
I like To Zion too, though.
Oh yeah, I love To Zion. Love it. I like I say one of my personal favorites is Adam Lives in Theory. I don't know if y'all know.
Yes, I do.
Man, I love Adam Lives in Theory.
That's hard. I mean, X Factor is like the most known. But I'm gonna go ahead and say Everything Is Everything.
That's a good one.
It's a good one, of course. He was pushed, but I think she has songs better than that.
Well, y'all name a lot of the good ones. So,
Doo-wop.
Doo-wop, yeah. Doo-wop was a good one.
I will stand and say that
Can't Take
Nothing
My Eyes Off
Even
You.
Matters is probably the best collab song we've ever heard.
100% agreed. I'm still mad that they had her on D'Angelo singing that, but I'll leave it at that. Yeah, no. Lauryn Hill's a GOAT. I mean, it's not too much. I mean, she had the chorus on Nas, If I Ruled the World. Yeah, we ain't got to say much about Lauryn Hill. If you don't know who Lauryn Hill is, something is wrong.
Yeah, only one album though.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying though, like, with having one album, having all those accolades, it's just, I would have loved to hear more, see more, And I know she can still, like, with her I guess essentially coming from hip hop, she's like she can do what country artists and like rock artists can do today. She can tour off of her catalog, which isn't that long, but
she does.
She no, I'm saying she does, but you know she may or may not show up.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's the only reason I haven't seen her yet.
No, but no, I'm saying that to say that you know there's not that many artists in hip hop, you know, that can do that. You know, from 70s to now, and she's one of them. And I would say, I don't even think there's like more than 10 that can do that.
Yeah, not that many.
No, not at all.
Yeah, and Snoop Dogg's one of them. Love Snoop, man. One of my favorites. But yeah, no, she that's a big feat, man, to be known in this space off of one album.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, not even like from a male standpoint, like that's crazy. That's really crazy. But we're not talking about males. This is all about like the ladies tonight. Who do y'all feel falls under the Lauryn Hill tree? I say Erykah Badu.
Yeah, they're soulful. I mean, you almost wouldn't put that many rappers.
I mean, Erykah Badu is the only one that fills that space to me.
It's almost
And also not a rapper though.
Huh?
I said she's also not a rapper.
Yeah, you almost want to put.
She do both,
singers,
but she does
though.
both.
Yeah, but I'm saying you almost want to just put.
Erykah Badu. No, we cannot classify Erykah Badu as a rapper.
Yeah,
No, I'm just saying she does. I just said she does both. She's like the neo soul.
Yeah, I would. There's not.
But neo soul ain't hip hop though.
Yeah,
That's
there's not
true.
There's not rappers I would probably put under there. It'd probably.
Unless that's hard. That's hard to stand under that, man. It's hard to follow that.
Yeah,
It is. It's definitely hard.
it'd be more singers that I would put under her.
Man, but just with that same talent, me personally, is Tink. That just with talent wise, that can rap and can sing, you know, and that writes their own music. That's I don't really know too many women in the game that's, you know, known for both or that can do both at a really like high level. You know, but yeah, that's my take on her.
All right.
I feel like Ari Lennox could rap if she wanted to.
Nah, her voice. bro.
Nah. I don't
She
think
got
so.
some bars.
So, moving down the timeline, I would say this person, she was known around the early 90s, so I would say around 91. I think she became her own person in like the late 90s, so like 97. But before then, she was credited a lot for producing acts like Aaliyah. Is probably the bigger one that we know. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Missy Elliott.
Oh yes. Love Missy.
When you think of creativity,
Yes.
you think of Missy Elliott.
I want more Missies.
Yeah, and you know, Missy Elliott was the first female writer that was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
It's huge.
So, yeah, but how do y'all feel about Missy Elliott, man?
I don't think there's anyone that can that comes under that tree.
It's one and only.
Yeah,
One
man.
and only.
Yeah, she's just Missy's amazing, man. I went out and got me a misdemeanor just so I could be like, you know. I was like, hey, how can I get closer? You know, but
The name is Davell Misdemeanor Elliott.
yeah, well, I was trying to work it out to sound more similar, so it was like Veli, but it wasn't. It's still in progress. So we, you know, but yeah, man, Missy Elliott, man, classics. Honestly, I feel like out of all the people that we've named so far, and of course she's also the most recent of all the people we've named so far, so it's almost not fair. But I feel like she could still put out a absolute fire album.
Oh,
right
definitely.
Oh, for sure.
Right now.
For sure.
I mean, these people fall under her umbrella, you know, you have to say, even though she's been out for a while, but who had a resurgence in their career because of her was, I'll say Monica, Tink, not Tink, what's her name? Tweet. Tweet falls under that. Man, there's more. There's somebody else I was just thinking about as well, man. Jasmine Sullivan. You know, yeah, she has a great village.
Yeah, no. Yeah, she just came out the game just super creative, even from like videos. Like if we just talk about creativity from videos, I would say like the babies and stuff fall under her from like a creative creativity standpoint.
We don't see that much anymore, and I miss it. I really do.
And you know, who's kind of actually like kind of credited of like finding like the Timberland and Missy's of the world, Neptunes.
Who?
Dang, I just lost train of thought. Teddy Riley.
I can see that.
Okay.
When Teddy Riley left New York and he moved to Virginia Beach, he actually found them. He actually found the Neptunes through a talent show and all that. So.
Okay, I got one. How you feel about this, Doja Cat?
But no, I see it though. I see
but
it.
You see what
moo. I'm a cow. Yeah. I see it.
Okay, y'all. I mean, I'm just saying, like in that same.
Creativity,
I'm not saying like she's Missy Elliott. I'm just saying, almost in that kind of same vein, that kind of style where, she is creative. She does rap. I think, and she's a good rapper. She's a good rapper.
She can rap.
And honestly, Davell, you're not too far off because I even give it as far as sound.
Yeah, that's like I'm not saying she's Missy Elliott, but
that's a good one. That's a very good one, man.
Yeah,
that's a hot take.
I don't think it's that hot.
Man, people. No, people don't.
Okay, lukewarm take.
No, I think people just have their own feelings about Doja Cat, but I can see it.
No, because I mean, I guess because I was looking at it from like a whole package standpoint. Because like I would say Missy Elliott is probably like the first producer turned artist of her own and could hold her own.
Yeah, she was a hell of a writer too.
So, I think that's why I was like, I couldn't see it.
Yeah, and she would, and Doja Cat would be kind of like a mix of like, you know, you bring like the Nicki side and the Missy Elliott side kind of together, you know.
So, is there anybody that like, I mean, from that kind of falls into that writer producer? You know, honestly, I don't think of any females. I think of all males. Like I think of like Neos and stuff like that.
Candy Burst.
Oh, Candy Burst. That's a good one, Dom.
There's another one. What's her name? Esther Dean.
Oh yeah.
All right, shout out to Oklahoma.
Esther Dean.
Yeah.
I think that would be someone that would be in the Missy category if.
Yeah, she did have a smash with Gucci. She did. Yeah. She did.
Yeah. That's a good take.
Yeah, man. Who else we got?
So who else is on my list? Who else do I got on my list? All right. It's that time. So next on my list, so we were at 97. We jumped forward a few years later to 2004 when Nicki Minaj came on the scene.
And was that 04?
Yeah. So Nicki Minaj, credited for being the first female to have 100 entries on the Billboard Top 100.
Boss moves.
Dime, let's have it. Let's have it. Go ahead and go on your rant, on your Nicki Minaj rant.
You know, actually, was sitting here thinking, and I'm not going to go on a rant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because oftentimes what we do in hip hop is pit women against each other.
Facts.
And like this is about giving women their flowers. So we can talk about Nicki Minaj without talking about Little Kim.
Agreed.
And however, though, on another day, y'all need to put some respect on her name.
Nah. Now I can honestly say when Nicki Minaj came out with that Pink Friday mixtape, I was like, this shit is crazy. Like bars, heavy hitting. I thought like we needed it. It was something we missed. So that whole stint of time we went without a lot of female artists. I think we had people here and there. We had like the Eves, the Vitas, the Charlie Baltimores, you know, that came like here and there, but they like the only one that had like a project that stood out was Eve, right? Go ahead.
Sorry, in your list, you missed the baddest B of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Trina.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was gonna mention her too. That came right there in that like 2000 era, like from like the 2000 to 2004, right before Nicki Minaj emerged. So I would say, well, let's say the 99 to 2004 era, right? Um, that emerged. You had like probably somewhere in there. No, Mia X was a little bit before then. But yeah, you had all those rappers and stuff like that that was putting out stuff, little projects here and there. But you didn't have the force that Nicki Minaj had when she came on the scene. Especially on the mixtape scene. When we think of mixtapes, she was the first probably female mixtape that we think about.
Oh yeah, she came up. Lil Wayne.
Yeah, she came up in that era. So
that was that era.
Gucci Mane is credited, and Deb Anthony is credited for finding Nicki Minaj. But yeah, Nicki is definitely a legend in her own outright. When you think about today's rappers, you do say they are all influenced by Nicki Minaj. That's a fact. That's a fact.
I don't know.
Wait, what don't you know?
If all females or all women, excuse me, are, I don't know, man. I just don't think that all of them are influenced by Nicki.
Oh no, I don't think so.
Probably like 90% though.
When you think of the city girls, that is strictly Trina.
For sure.
Oh yeah, Miami. Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is that when we talk about coming up with all men in a male-dominated industry, Nicki Minaj is also that. She actually was discovered by someone named Fendi, and
Big
Nicki
Fendi.
Minaj dominated the Come Up DVDs. And then she moved to Atlanta, and Deb helped, and she worked with Gucci Mane. And a lot of people miss that era of Nicki Minaj too. And then eventually she hit Lil Wayne, so she was dominating mixtapes way before Lil Wayne. So.
Oh yeah. And actually, before Deb and Gucci and stuff got involved, she was already running with Wayne. But they wasn't really like trying to put her out there like that. And then she started hanging around Deb and all that, and then like I guess I don't know the full background. This is coming from the Gucci autobiography that I read. Then once she started getting involved in other people, then I think that's when Young Money was like, all right, we got to put her on.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing her on what was that Lil Wayne song? Oh man, it's gonna come. I'll come back to it. But
yeah. But no, she definitely came hard with that Pink Friday. I remember hearing it, and I actually had fucked with Nicki Minaj when she first came out. It wasn't until she started disrespecting Kim that I chose a side. And then I was like, I can't fuck with her. I ain't fucking with her no more.
Don?
See, you can't go against the legends, man. So that's when I had to pick a side. I was like, you know what? She disrespectful. She is disrespectful. So I had to choose a side. And that's when I stopped. That is actually the day I stopped liking Nicki Minaj. That's a fact. Nike fact.
Yeah, but we love Nicki Minaj, even though Nicki Minaj ain't. Never mind.
Yeah,
you about to say something bad when we trying to give her flowers.
No,
yeah.
I F's with Nicki Minaj.
I was just being toxic.
Yeah, I really F's with Nicki Minaj. What she's accomplished. She's definitely truly a legend. She's probably she's got to be the biggest.
Female rapper ever. Yeah.
So, she's a legend.
Period. So do y'all think there's a list? So who do y'all think that are women in the game that should have more notoriety, more credit for what they brought to the game?
Well, Nicki Minaj is number one on that list because
because I feel like she does get a lot of credit.
No,
not as much as she does as she needs to. I would agree. I'd agree with Dom on that.
That is literally soon. Nicki Minaj's name comes with. It's like Meek Mill, which is funny because they dated. It comes with more slander than it does with praise.
Yeah. Nah, but she. No, so go ahead.
Oh, and I was just gonna say that song I was sitting here. It was killing me. It was "Don't Stop, Won't Stop" on Drought 3. That was the first time I heard Nicki Minaj. But yeah, continue. Sorry.
To answer Peanut's question, I really don't know. Can you say the question again?
list of women that deserves more notoriety or more credit for what they brought to hip hop than they initially received, or than than they receive now. I'll say, looking back.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj is definitely one.
I put Left Eye on that list.
That's a good one.
Um,
We didn't talk much about Eve, but Eve is credit. I would put her like under the crossover, like Queen Latifah, because she definitely started acting and doing all that too. But that's hard because there's not a huge list to go off of for female rappers.
There's a large list. There's a large list. I'll say for one, and I stand on this. It's Dej Loaf. You listen to Coil Ray today?
That is true.
Man, that's Lil Uzi Vert. Man, she gave a lot of people their style, and she didn't receive anything from it.
I would say Da Brat too. I don't think Da Brat gets enough credit as a female artist either, hip hop artist. Because the only people that we've ever seen like get honored or awards for anything like that is like Lil Kim, Salt and Pepper, MC Light, and maybe Queen Latifah. Those are like the only ones that we've seen getting accolades for music. So it's definitely underrated. It's a long list, but yeah, that's Dej Loaf. That's a good take. That's a good take.
Yeah, man. We can't forget about our good sister from the Bay, Krayshawn. She came out here, did her thing.
Oh yeah.
Gucci, Louis, Fendi,
we
Prada.
didn't cover her. Nike.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah,
Nike, I think
look
you
up
missed
Krayshawn.
Yeah, you missed one.
Don't know who that is.
Dom know who Krayshawn
Yeah,
is.
Dom know.
some basic bitches wear that. So I don't need
Hey,
a bop.
there you go.
Hey.
There you go.
Come on now.
Don't even know. who
Hey,
that
it was a
is.
bop, wasn't it, Dom? It was a bop,
It
wasn't
was.
it?
It was
Yes, sir.
See, I'm more lyrical.
We went down this, memory lane, this history lesson from.
I still got one more person on the list.
Oh, you got one more?
Yeah.
Who's next?
Who's after Nicki Minaj?
Yeah.
So the last person on the list arrived 2018.
2018.
2018. And
Cardi
she was
B.
the first to win a Grammy for Best Rap Album. Miss Cardi B.
Oh yeah. Shout out to you. Talking about when they robbed Nipsey, but that's that was great.
Miss Cardi B. And
Hey, shout out to Cardi. I like Cardi a lot.
I
I like Cardi a lot.
That completes the woman in hip hop history lesson.
I was thinking, right? We were talking about women that have enough power or that could start a label. I think Cardi is one of those. I think Cardi is one that people was that
Yeah.
consumers would get behind if they push an artist. And I'm surprised that she doesn't do that now, or she doesn't have that now, because I don't really see her continuing rapping for like 5 more years.
Man, we still waiting on her second album.
Yeah, but
But do we think that, and I'm being serious, do we think that Cardi B has the, what is it that I'm thinking about? Like the skill set? As far as, I think Cardi B has the influence, but I don't know if she has the skill set.
yeah, I get what you're saying, but
She has a team that can do
I
that.
think that right now with the way the game is, Dom, I think that's all you really need, to be honest. I mean, of course, someone would need to have some sort of appeal. I think it comes down to the way you look and your influence. I think you can create a rapper. Honestly, I think it's like you can build a rapper just like you go build a bear. I think with somebody,
For sure.
just like somebody like Cardi, I think could, like before Partisan Fontaine, even though Partisan Fontaine was writing for Cardi, nobody knew who he was really until Cardi. And if she was to come out at that time and say, "Hey, this is my new artist, Partisan Fontaine under Gangsta Bitch Music," they would fuck with him, and that's that. And I get what you're saying too, Dom, but I think, and to Nike's point, she can just have her team, her machine that she has now, just to run all the rest of that shit.
Yeah.
So she's, okay, so basically she has the face and she's big enough to run a label, or put her face on a label.
Yeah, for sure.
But she's not going to.
Yeah. I mean, she got some takes. I mean, we watched her on the next big thing. With
You
T.
watch it on the
Okay,
next day.
I didn't watch it. I watched one episode and I tuned it out. But with T.I. and Chance the Rapper, I think that's how D Smoke got
Yeah.
signed.
Yeah.
Did y'all know that D Smoke is the brother of
Sir?
Sir?
And that's why I don't think that's how he got discovered.
Yeah, probably not. But yeah. But anyway, that was random.
But yeah, I mean, so since now that we have went down this history lesson from our hip hop historians, God bless y'all.
Thank you. The hip hop gods.
It's great that we doing this now because honestly, we seeing just an explosion of women rappers. I mean, after Nicki Minaj, like it was just like a waterfall effect, and we seeing all kinds of women rappers get a lot of shine, and it's not just like because women rappers were always around, but they're getting major shine. They're dominating the billboards, things like that. So, I think going forward we gonna see even more, and it's gonna keep exploding. So, I mean, maybe it won't be a male dominated industry anymore.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, I mean it's definitely changing. The game is definitely shifting. I mean, even from like a DJ standpoint, we've seen a lot of female DJs and stuff that's coming into the game now.
Yeah, DJ Duffy.
Texas is probably the biggest when you think of female DJs, because I've never seen so many DJs until I moved to Texas. Honestly, with female DJs.
The best party I've ever been to in Texas, DJ Duffy was DJing.
So,
I was like, dang, that was crazy.
So I mean, it's definitely on the come up. We definitely need to see some more women in hip hop become CEOs of labels and stuff like that. It's easy now too, especially everybody's independent pretty much now. So if I can see any artist that's big right now today being the face of their own label and making something shake. So yeah. But how y'all feeling now that you know a little bit more about the mothers of hip hop?
I feel cultured. I feel at one with my women, my sisters. Like I feel like I feel like one of y'all. Like
that's deep.
Yeah, like we can have that girl talk. Like stuff you wanna talk about. We can I understand you.
Oh,
I understand
wow.
you now.
All that from this hour and 45 minutes that we've been talking.
I'm so enlightened. I might know more about women than you now, honestly.
Wow.
So,
well, my job is done.
Yeah.
We're proud of you.
Dom, do you have any more takes about what we discussed?
Well, shout out to all the women that are up and coming and doing great things. Some of I'll just throw a couple out there notable. Cash Doll, Dreezy, Mulatto. Cash Doll, Dreezy, Mulatto. I'll just leave it there. Those are my three that I look forward to anytime they put out music.
Yeah, man.
And Megan. Sorry, Megan.
Oh, no, sweetie.
Megan being the.
Well, yeah. So that's after. So we would say that's after Cardi, right?
Yep. That's the family tree of Cardi.
Who?
All the people that you just named that came after her.
See, and that's where I just don't agree, because I don't think just because you came after someone you're in that family tree, but that is just me.
I don't think I don't know who I could classify Cash Doll with. I mean, because she doesn't rap like the average woman in hip hop. She talk like that pimp shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, she talk like a pimp.
I like Cash Doll.
Yeah. Shout out to her.
Who else is out there? You got Dream Doll.
No, but Dreezy.
Nobody mess with Dream Doll.
Well,
nah.
I like the way she looks, but I don't think I've ever heard her any of her songs. I don't know.
I've heard a couple of Dream Doll songs that's cool to me.
Yeah, I ain't never.
But
really
it's just they like real New York songs, so I mean.
Yeah, but just like you, Dom, I'm waiting on the next Dreezy tape. That's one of my favorite. Y'all listen to the LA Leakers freestyle. That's literally one of the greatest freestyles I have ever heard. Man or woman, male or female, boy or girl. I was gonna try to use some other words, but I can't think of none. But
trying to rhyme.
Yeah. No, but that's literally one of the greatest freestyles I have ever heard from anybody. Was Dreezy, LA Leakers. Y'all go check that out.
XX chromosome, XY chromosome.
Nah, man, I was trying to use nouns and pronouns, but it just fucked me up.
Oh man. Is there anybody that we didn't talk about? Now we just kind of want to name. I know Dom named some newer generation, um, but I would say some of the people that definitely influence hip hop. You had Lady of Rage. We briefly talked about her. Yo Yo, um, Mia X. Um, there's so many female artists that's uh, came through that we weren't able to mention on this episode, but we definitely give our flowers to y'all as well.
Uh, I was gonna say Rashida. I rap like Shorty Low. So,
She did have a run though.
She did.
She had a run.
she did have a run.
Bubblegum. Kaya, my neck, my back.
Oh yeah, you gotta mention that.
Yeah, Kaya's a good one. And the ladies of Crime Mob.
Yeah.
They have some songs that go down in history from women.
Yep.
Yeah, shout out to him.
There's a lot of women in hip hop that we didn't mention, but we only have so much time. We could have did 2-3 episodes over this, but we wanted to keep it short and sweet for you guys and just give you just enough.
Well, Dom, as always, we appreciate you, shouter.
But with that, we're gonna go ahead and move into our Say Let's Play This. So, Dime, do you have a female artist that you want to use as your Say Let's Play This for this week before you get off?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna suggest a song, but this is not my Say Let's Play This. I think that everyone should go listen to Hitmaker's Thought Box female version because there's like 4 females on there.
Loved it.
And they all like run each verse.
Mm-hmm.
But my Say Let's Play This will be from an actual female rapper from Tulsa, and she went to Oklahoma State named G's Mino, and it's called Slap AB.
G's Mino?
Jeeez Mino. I can send it to you.
Easy. Jeez what?
Mino.
Mi. Oh, it's Mino. Okay, gotcha. And what was the song called?
Slap AB.
Flap Baby?
Slap.
Slap Baby.
Slap A B.
Yeah.
Slap a bitch.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
so.
Let me play that real quick.
So. Hey. Oh my God. So
She is nice.
Yeah, she sound like Tulsa.
So
She kind of got the baby feel to that particular song. Hold on, Dom. I'm trying to get you connected. Yeah, no, that's fire, Dom.
that was fire.
Yeah, man. Yeah, she from the crib too. She from the town. I'm fucking with her. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to her for sure.
I fuck with it. I hit download as soon as she said the first bar.
Yeah, I was already in. Like, I love when somebody can
Get you
instantly
from-
just grab you instantly, just like boom, you got my attention.
Yeah, man. Dom, how did you find her?
She went to OSU.
Oh, she went to OSU?
Yeah, she said that.
Dom, are you there?
Sorry, I was on mute and I was talking to you.
Oh, okay.
We went to school together, yeah.
Oh, yeah, she hard.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, she has a new EP called The Introduction, but it's not on Tidal, but you can get it on Apple Music and Spotify. I put together, when I was at OSU my junior year, I put together a cipher, and she was actually the only female on the cipher, and you can find that on YouTube too. She's dope.
Look at you trend setting.
Yeah, man. No, shout out to her.
Put them on, Don. Put them on.
Shout out to her. I might have to check it out. She might have to come over to the squad. All right, Dom. Well, we definitely appreciate you for checking in.
Hey, Dom. I'm a listen to some more of her music. I would like to have a discussion with that young lady. You know.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So thank you for joining us again, Dom. It's always a pleasure.
All right.
Um,
Love you guys.
we keeping the seat
Thanks for
warm for
having
you.
Hey, lay it back, shout it.
Love ya. All right then. All right. So y'all got y'all say let's play this for this week.
Yeah,
All right. Who do you have?
I'm gonna take it back. So I want to say about 1994. Yeah, I want to say it's 1994. And this is someone that is not covered that much in women's hip hop history, and this is Marvelous. She's been around for a very long time. Yeah, so this is 1994. I got introduced to her. She run with the likes of or was rapped with Looney Coleon, which was formerly Lunatic, Sibo, Killer Tay, Brother Lynch Hung, X-Rated, The Nefarious, man, a bunch of guys, cats from Kansas City, Rich the Factor. Yeah, but this is Ghetto Blues, came out in 1994. This is the shit I grew up on.
Hard.
Yeah, man. Marvelous is the truth.
Yeah, man.
That's Ghetto Blues.
Shout out to her. So my say let's play this is gonna be from an artist from 1991. I mentioned her name, Yo Yo, and this is probably her most notable song. You can't play with my Yo Yo. Man, shout out to Yo Yo.
Yeah, she said she rocking some Dolphins. Boy. I remember the Dolphins, boy. That mix was nice too. That was a hell of a mix.
Since y'all took it old, I'm gonna bring it back a little recent with a verse. I think the young Nicki Minaj.
I knew you was gonna do this verse. I knew
This
this
is
was
women.
gonna be.
This is women in hip hop. It's only right that I play this.
You gonna rap along to it, bro?
I'm gonna rap along to it.
Man, we
but
gotta
I
hear
gotta
it, bro.
show. But I'm
We
not
gotta
gonna
hear
step.
it, bro.
But I'm not gonna step over her because
Go back to the second
I'm not
episode.
I'm not gonna step over
Say
because
Let's podcast.
yeah. The day ones know.
Hey, if you know it, rap it, bro.
Yeah.
Hey,
so-
sing along with me if you know the words.
You already know. We gonna skip it in here, though. Pull up in that gangsta, automobile gangsta, with a bad bitch that came from Sri Lanka. Yeah, I'm in the tanka, color of Willy Wonka. You could be the queen, but watch the queen. Okay, first things first, y'all, eat your brains.
All right, why you stop, man?
Yeah, it's a money line that's the monster dough. Young is every year in the monster show. Money is the roster in the monster crew. And I'm all up in the bank with a funny face. And if I'm fake, I ain't money cause my money ain't. If I'm fake, I ain't noticed cause my money ain't. Relax, young lady, relax. Relax. Hey, yeah, she killed that verse.
Yeah, she went crazy.
Yeah, no, that was a hard verse. I can't even lie. Can't even lie. Man, well, guess we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. Our first ever Women in History, Women in Hip Hop History podcast. If you like this episode, make sure you hit us up. Give us some feedback. If y'all want us to do some more episodes like this, that's kind of catered to hip hop, to music in general, let us know. Let us know how we did,
Yeah, and before we close it out, I know it's Women's History Month, and we celebrating women all year long anyway. But Nike, with you being the woman on this podcast, I got you a book that I think women could benefit from. From
wow,
it's people from the likes of Lauren London, Jada Pinkett Smith, and many more recommend that book. It's called Sacred Woman by Queen Afua.
Oh wow, I would definitely read this because I was getting ready to start my next book. So
yeah,
shout out, thank you, I appreciate that.
It's all
y'all
good.
See this? Go get that. Go get that. Go get that.
Yeah. And my book of this month it still is Energy Codes by Dr. Sue Morter. I'm almost done with that. And next month I have a new book for y'all. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but yeah.
That's what's up. And also before we close out, almost like a say let's do more. I don't know if y'all heard about the young man Marvin Scott who died here down in Texas in Collin County Jail. He was arrested for having possession of marijuana. It was less than 2 ounces, and he died while he was in
police custody.
At Collin County Jail.
When was this?
This was just like last week or last 2 weeks.
Hey, I'm gonna close it out on a good note still, but that's crazy though, right? Collin County, as North Texas, north of Dallas, bro, and it's crazy. You can drive like less than an hour where weed is legal. That shit is crazy, right? If he was on Oklahoma, he wouldn't have went to jail for that. That's cool. Right. So man, that lets y'all know something got to change, G.
Yeah, it's wild. And the family is they had 7 employees that were there that have been suspended right now. They're on leave.
Did they say what he died from, like, or what the causes were?
Apparently he was suffering from schizophrenia. His mother said that he hadn't had any issues in like a year or more, and that he was using the marijuana, like, to calm him down, things like that. Yeah. So apparently they said that he was tripping out once he got in there, and they had to restrain him down, but he had bruises on his body where they kneed him down and was holding him down, things like that, and he passed away.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Prayers to that family. So, rest in peace.
Yeah,
to that
the
young
family
man.
is trying to find information they want. They're trying to get all that things done. So I definitely wanted to highlight that. So
I haven't even seen nothing about it.
You would have to look, like, that's the crazy thing about it. Like, I looked up just Collin County Jail. Like, you would think like, oh, that's something that will pop up or anything like that. No, you have to specifically search for this man's name, Marvin Scott, and it's wild that they not really covering it. Nobody's really covering
That's
it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, rest in peace to Marvin Scott, man. Condolences to his family.
Yeah,
sending healing energy.
Oh yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I've been to Collin County Jail. I know.
Have you for real?
Yeah, I have been.
Man, damn, Davell, that boy be in the streets, bro.
Right.
Nah, but that lets y'all know if he has schizophrenia, and that's telling you, man, that mental health shit is real. I got a brother that has schizophrenia, so I understand, and I got a homeboy that has it, man, and so I understand what it looks like and what it feels like, and I think if someone is having a manic episode, it's not even manic. If someone is having an episode from schizophrenia, whether black or white, don't call the police.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you could try to deal with it any kind of way, I understand it's hard, but don't call the police because that's not their job, And that's why these laws need to change. If there's someone with mental issues is having an episode, there should be someone, in the medical field that can come out and help with that, not the police. And that's why it's unfortunate. And that's why a lot of people die, in the hands or, in police custody, because of, medical conditions. Mm-hmm. So rest in peace to him, man. That's fucked up.
Yeah. prayers and energy and all positive energy sent to that family, man. All right, so I hate that we had to end it on a lighter note, but yeah. Make sure you follow the podcast, man. Dang, it's hard to follow the left there. Make sure you follow the podcast at the Say Less Podcast. That's at the Say Less Podcast. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, subscribe, do all that stuff that the YouTube commentators say. And lastly, if you have any questions for us, feel free to DM or email us at
saylesspodcast4@gmail.com, and that's saylesspodcast, the number 4 at gmail.com.
Oh, say less.
Yes, sir.